Alright, the separator is done. It's working pretty good. All the small fine dust is going outside. I've got it pointed down at the grass, so hopefully most of it just falls and hits the grass and kind of stays. That way it's not blowing up in the air for anybody else. But nobody lives any close distance that way, and really nobody lives close distance that way, so this should be alright. The vast majority of the chips go into the can, which is great. Now my only concern is lifting this up, pulling the can out. So what I'm going to do is measure my height and come down 3/4 of an inch. And I'm going to make a 3-sided guardrail type system. Just 3 sides where I can lift this side up and slide a piece of 2x material, stock, 2x4, whatever, under here on both sides. That will lift the entire unit. It will lift it 3/4 of an inch. If I have a 3/4 inch gap plus 1.5 inch thickness, it's going to lift it up 3/4, which is less than the recess that the bucket sits into. So lift it up 3/4 of an inch, pull the whole can out, dump it, push the new can in, drop it back down 3/4, and I'm not moving much. All my seams are sealed up with some electrical tape. However, I didn't notice any difference with or without this. I had it running without the tape, and I could not feel any air, any drastic amounts of air being blown in on any of these seams, but I went ahead and taped them up. These mounting bracket holes that the ring normally has the bag and whatever else mounted onto it. I didn't do anything with those other than cover them with tape, so we're working pretty good right there. I don't have a decent hose right now. Like I said, Harbor Freight didn't have any hose kits when I went there, and they seem to be the best bang for the buck, so I've ordered some online. But in the meantime, I'm using this 4-inch non-perforated flexible drainage pipe. It's not the greatest in the world. A lot of bad reviews as far as somebody using this for dust collection. However, I've got 2 8-foot sections hooked together and screwed to my dust outlet port just the same way my elbow was in previous videos, and it seems to be doing quite well. Obviously I'm still going to get a little bit more down there, but this is just temporary until I get my hose kit in. And what I plan to do is block this side off, seal up all the way around the top as best I can, seal the front a little bit, and use the bottom as the hose kit has a 12-inch table saw adapter, so I'm going to use that to come out, and that should collect most of the dust. The other side of my Y is coming up a little bit, and it's actually going to come up, and when I get my other hose, come into the back of my benchtop planer. I have it sitting right here. I got to build a little platform to elevate it over this. And I've got about 40 inches in between the back and the dust collector. You know, I really don't plane anything that long. I haven't yet. Only one project so far that I've done since I've had the planer would I have needed longer distance. But if I need longer distance, I can just, you know, pull it out and put it on one of my mobile carts and be good to go. But this is going to be elevated a little bit, and it'll be stationary set up over this platform, so I can run a cutting board with these at no problem. And between the fan ejection on this and the dust collector, that should get everything. So I'm excited about that. But right now I got to build that 3-sided guardrail elevation system, whatever it's called. Alright, for the little platform for the dust collection, I'm just taking some pre-made L-shaped legs that I've had from a previous project that I wanted to make, and I'm just going to cut them down to the appropriate length that I need. And inside the L-shaped, I'll probably just come with a 2x4 on all sides just to give it a top and a bottom, and pretty much that's all it's going to need, just something to support the weight while I dump the can. And this is the frame that's going to straddle the bucket. The can rather. Just some scrap pieces of 2x material, some L-shaped legs that I already had previously made for something and threw in the corner. So mainly concerned with these two horizontal surfaces right here. I just want them to be 3/4 of an inch below the bottom flange on the thien baffle. So I'm going to slide this behind it and give it a little test run. Alright, so I've got just two pieces of scrap 2x material, and let's see how this works. Alright, lifting it up. Now I can take my bucket out. Alright, I just emptied the can, and the whole unit is in the up position. So now we can slide it into its approximate location and take these spacers out. There you go. I also wanted to point out how much stuff I had left over. Obviously the lid of the can, the metal base for the whole unit, brackets, nearly every bit of the hardware, these posts, a decent set of casters, the ring clamps, the bags, and a little Pac-Man cutout that I'm going to spray paint yellow and put up on the wall. But anyway, that's a lot of junk that I did not use, so I'll find some use for it. And you know, I couldn't have found the motor and blower cheaper elsewhere, so that's mainly what I got it for. But anywho, we'll find some use for this stuff. I've got a lot more to do. I've still got to run my other hose once it comes in. I might actually, I've been thinking about this, kind of debating whether or not I should run a hard line around the perimeter and then come up and then have another blast gate going that way for whatever. But anywho, we'll get to that when the time comes. I do want to remove this box. I've heard some people complain about it failing. That's no big deal. I'll just remove it completely and run power source that way and to one of them switch outlets, or I may actually run to the box, and once my power is in here, I will break off the hot wire and run a switch that I can mount underneath here via a magnet of some sort, and flip on my dust collection and flip on my saw, turn the saw off, turn the dust collection off, all from over here. But as of right now, this is a weekend success. I can breathe a little easier. Hopefully I won't be coughing as much, less headaches, yada yada yada. But anyway, thanks for watching. If you like what you see, like and subscribe, and have a good day.